Hi, everybody. This is Alicia, and welcome to the webinar. I'm so excited that you've joined us here today. Now, on this webinar, I'm going to be talking about a presentation that I did at Walmart. The conference was actually called Walmart Tech Live, and I'm going to see if I can find the, give me just 1 minute. I'm going to see if I can find the, nope, I can't find it. In fact, now, yes, maybe I can. I'm going to see if I can find the flyer from the tech conference to show you. I think I completely closed it out. Oh, well. But I was at Walmart Tech Live, and I did a presentation, and it was called The Cure for Unemployment in Developing Countries, using emerging technologies to solve unemployment and underemployment problems. So with this presentation, I'm going to show you what I spoke about, why it's important, why you need to know it, and how it can even help you. So let's get ready to roll. Now, my case study is on Jamaica, and this is the Walmart headquarters that I was at. It was an awesome event. I just made a joke about how in Jamaica we've got some future Walmarts. Oh, wait, my screen's not moving. Hang on 1 second. Let's go back. I was just showing you a photo of Walmart headquarters. And in Jamaica, I made a joke that we've got some future Walmarts in Jamaica. Here's another future Walmart, just fun and creative. And I'm going to skip over that because you guys know we talked about that all over the world. Now, I currently live in Kingston, Jamaica. There's Kingston right there. And Lorette lives in Montego Bay. So she's on the other side. You can see Montego Bay is on the other side of the island. If you look at the top, you'll see Montego Bay. Bottom, you'll see Kingston. Now, the issues that we're trying to solve, that we are solving, is the issue of the unemployment rate. And just to give you some perspective, Jamaica's unemployment rate, 14.2%, 14%, while the USA is at about 4.7%. So you can see Jamaica's unemployment rate is way higher than that of the US. And it happens, unfortunately, that women are a lot higher in the unemployment. You've got women that are really suffering. So the unemployment rate for women is double that of men. But then, when we're looking at the youth, the unemployment rate for youth is at about 34%. So unfortunately, even when the youngsters graduate from university, there aren't the jobs on the island to accommodate all of the people that are looking for jobs. Now, let me just play this video for you really quick. So, yes, you see it on your screen. This is a video of people waiting in line for a job at a call center. And you can just see that the line goes, oops, I think I paused that. There we go. The line just goes on and on and on, right? And this is just for a call center job. And it's going on and on and on. I'm going to pause it in a minute because it just keeps going. And you just keep seeing people lined up, wrapped around the building. Anyway, the situation is pretty bad as far as unemployment. And what happens when people are unemployed? You've got high levels of crime. So we all know that. We study that, so don't have to go there. Also, in Jamaica, the level of so let me just show you something that's easier to read than this chart. Hang on, and I'm going to go to my computer. Give me a second. You see, I have an Adobe document up to show you. All right, so this article is by I think it's like it's in a journal article in the pharmaceutical journal. I'll show it to you in a minute. But the title is called, "Is Jamaica's Economy a Disease?" And what they're showing here is the years, it starts at 1970, it goes all the way to 2013. And the exchange rate, if you look on the far right, you see the exchange rate, 77 cents to $1. And then you can see the rape and murder per 100,000 in the population. So as you go down, as you would probably imagine, the worse the Jamaican dollar gets to the US dollar. Now in 2013, it's showing that it was 100 to 1. Right now it's 128 to 1. So it just keeps getting worse and worse. You see 77 cents to 1 US dollar. Now we're at 128 to 1 US dollar. And as the exchange rate, as the economy gets worse, this is an indication of the economy getting worse, the crime gets higher, right? So it's really sad. Yes, it is. Fred said it's really sad. Yes, I know. But that correlation is in your face. You know, you really see it right now. It's pretty bad. It's all over the news how bad it is. So, all right, going back to the PowerPoint. Yes, while I will be mailing out the presentation, the other thing to note is that it's really expensive to shop in Jamaica. So everything a lot of it is imported from the US, and when it's imported, there's a big tax on it, customs duties. So you know, strawberries that would cost me $3.50 at Publix cost $10 here in Jamaica. I don't buy strawberries here, right? The strawberries, raspberries, just think about it, everything is imported. So and the customs and import taxes can be up to 44% on an item. So it's really hard. So 128 to 1 US dollars. When I first started teaching here in 2010, it was 87 Jamaican dollars to 1 US dollar, and it just keeps getting worse. I don't think it's ever going to stop. Here's an example just of putting it in perspective for you. So I found this pack of ramen noodles on Walmart.com. It's $2.10 on Walmart.com, and that is delivered, right? So delivered, $2.10. As long as your order is over $50, they deliver it for free. So $2.10 in Jamaica, but the same 12 pack of the same brand of ramen noodles is $4.69 in Jamaica, right? Now, putting that in perspective, you know, if you want it delivered, it's still $2.10 in the US delivered, but delivered in Jamaica, you're now up to $9.41. So somebody on minimum wage would have to work for almost one complete day. The minimum wage is about $9.80 a day. So you would have to work for a complete day to buy a 12-pack of ramen noodles. Let me just go back. Anybody want to work a complete day to buy this? No, of course you don't want to buy that. So, all right, let me just keep going. So if it's $2.39, I think between $2.10 and $2.39 in the U.S. delivered, $9.41 in Jamaica. You work one full day to buy a pack of ramen noodles. Now, when Lorette and I first came here and started speaking here, we said, wait, you know, we can help. And a lot of you are probably saying the same thing because you're internet marketers and you know the different solutions. But what we said was, as long as someone has a laptop, you know, computer, desktop, whatever it is, and an internet connection and the desire to provide for themselves, be financially independent, we could help them. So we said that we have the cure for unemployment in developing countries, and here is part of the solution, right? It's Fiverr.com and Upwork.com, and what we do is we teach people how to work on these two sites. How many of you are familiar with these sites? Are you guys familiar with these sites? Do you guys know these sites? Yes or no? And most of you should know Fiverr if you're on our webinars. I talk about it every single webinar, right? All right, Fred says just Fiverr. Yeah, so Fiverr and Upwork. Really important sites for freelancers to work on. One, because it's free, so you do not have to pay anything to work on Fiverr, Upwork. Yes, they do take a percentage of the income you make on the sites, but it's free to get listed on the sites. So Faith says yes, she knows about them, but scared to start. Faith, if you ever want to meet about it, I'd be more than happy to. The opportunities are tremendous on those sites. I'm not going to walk through it on this webinar, although if you would like to, I can do a whole session on how to get started working on Fiverr and Upwork because it's amazing. It really is. So here is a session that we did. You see Lorette right there standing up looking over a student. I think this is in the University of the West Indies in Kingston. We did an event there, and this was just one of the pictures that we took. So we started teaching people how to work online, and not just lecturing them, but if they brought a laptop and they had an internet connection from the university, and we started teaching them how to work online. Then we got our own training center. Here's a picture in our training center. People packed in, and we're teaching them how to work online. And just more pictures of our classes and the great times that we have with this opportunity, teaching people to work online. Now, this has also been very popular in Jamaica. We've been on the TV multiple times, newspaper dozens of times. We created a group of amazing trainers. Here, some of them are pictured right here. Trainers that are making money online themselves and now teaching people, and as we call it, spreading our gospel. Here's an example. Kamar Harris, who is our superstar, love him to death. He just had a screenshot. He's still a student. He's a student in university, but he's made $31,480.22 on the side while working a job and being a full-time student on, this is just Fiverr money. Now, for someone in Jamaica, 31,000 US dollars, they might, depending on their job, but they might have to work a year or two or 3 in some cases, or maybe 4 to earn that. And he's just earned that on the side. Now, what does Kamar do? He learned how to build WordPress websites, and that's what he does. He builds WordPress websites for clients on Fiverr. This is just his Fiverr income he took a screenshot of. This is one of our students, Norman, and what Norman does is that he gets work in, and he gets in so much work that he hires our other students to do the work for him as well. So this is just a post he made in our group asking for other people who do transcription. And then our trainers started going as far as they could in Jamaica. This is one of our trainers, Sutanya, and she went to a youth group to teach them there in their computer lab. And we just keep spreading it on and on. Here's another picture of our training center. And we will actually have a training this weekend in our training center here in Kingston. This is one of our trainers, Michael Rainford. Michael actually learned WordPress as well. Lorette used to teach WordPress in our boot camps. So he came to one of the WordPress boot camps, and now he's turned it into a complete business. He teaches people how to do it. He holds classes as well with us, but his local business, just building websites for clients, he doesn't even have time to talk to us anymore. He's so busy. So that's fantastic. Now, as soon as he got out of college, even while he was in college, he was making money online with Fiverr, while some of his classmates still don't have jobs 3 years later. So it's a really good opportunity. Another one of our students, Tarik, he also built a web development company in Jamaica, totally busy designing and building websites. And one of the other things that's very interesting is that Fiverr also, freelancing I should say, but I love Fiverr. Fiverr also lowers the barriers to entry for someone who might not be able to get a traditional job or get started with a traditional online business, whatever that might be, writing an ebook or something, so quickly. So this is one of our students, Dana, and as you can tell, Dana's in a wheelchair. So we did an event for disabled people in Jamaica. She came to that event, and she ended up doing really well in the class and being a model student. We gave her a laptop. You can see this newspaper article here. She's on stage. She was recognized by the Jamaican government for her efforts because she is making her living online. We gave her a brand new laptop, a nice plaque. She was given an award on stage, and definitely is somebody we're so proud of. So, the barriers to entry, she found something that she could do online. Clients hire her. They have no idea about any of her disabilities. They just know that she can do the work. She gets the job done, and she does it well. We also had a few students who couldn't see. They were visually impaired, and one of the most interesting things is that there's software out there that, okay, the computer keyboard has Braille on it, but there's software out there that reads what's on the computer screen. So I was listening to the software just walk her through what's on the computer screen, and if there was a blank space, what to type. It's just very smart. Technology always surprises me. Okay, let me just take a break for one quick minute because William has a question. He says, how are people paid in Jamaica? Well, when we first started teaching in Jamaica, it was only through PayPal, so they would have to get a check from PayPal. It takes 2 or 3 weeks to get here, and it took 30 days to clear in their bank account. But now there's a card called the Payoneer card, and they sign up for the Payoneer card. It takes about 2 weeks to get to them. They load their money on the Payoneer card, and it's in US dollars, so they can take it out in any ATM machine that dispenses US dollars. We always encourage them to save in US dollars. You remember why. You saw that exchange rate and how bad it got. And then they also can take it out in Jamaican dollars. It converts it at an ATM machine, and it has the MasterCard logo on it. So it's a MasterCard debit card, so they can buy things online, buy their groceries with it, which we always encourage them to do because the fees are less over using an ATM machine. So hopefully that helped you with that answer there, William. So here's the gospel we are spreading. We're teaching people how to work online. They're earning money globally in the global marketplace. Their clients aren't necessarily from Jamaica unless it's other students hiring other students, which happens a lot, yes. And then they're spending that money locally. So here's sort of the model remember how we said this is the cure for unemployment, underemployment. It's also for lifting the economy. So number one is that it keeps the dollars in the local community. The people who are earning online here are spending it locally for the most part. Some of them do order on Amazon and bring stuff into the country, but it also creates local jobs because, like I showed you with Norman, every day he's hiring other students, other people in Jamaica to help him with his work, and he's paying them for it. It fuels more entrepreneurship. The barrier to entry is so low when setting up on Fiverr and Upwork. It really is. It's so easy. I can show you how to get set up on Fiverr, have a complete account set up, start at 9 a.m. By lunch you are done and your online business is up and rolling. It's pretty amazing. And then it empowers the community and economic growth at the community level. People are using the money to pay the rent, pay their kids' school fee, buy school uniforms, buy food, whatever it is. It fuels the local economy. Do you see how this works? Yes? Give me a yes. Pretty amazing, right? It's an awesome model. So here's another example. This is our student Aisha. She stopped by our office, and this is the car that she bought with her online income. So giving you the example again, Aisha, who works online, lives in Jamaica. What Aisha actually does is voiceover. So she does commercials and just different things on Fiverr with her voice. She earns money globally, and then she spent her money at a local car dealership. This car dealership is owned by a father and son. It's been in business for 19 years, and she bought a car from them. So she's buying local, right, and helping to fuel the local economy as well. Here's one of our lovely students, Layton Price, and her 2 children. Layton posted a message up on Facebook about how she was able to, for the first time, pay all her kids' school fees, get their uniforms, no problem, all with her online income. She's a real superstar, helping us teach others as well. Our student ONeill Wright, who was pictured here, when ONeill first came to us, he didn't even have a laptop. So he took out a laptop on credit, basically paying monthly payments for his laptop. And he had to borrow money to even come to the class. But what ONeill did was he went on YouTube, right, youtube.com, and he learned how to do something. He learned how to do video editing, a type of video editing, and he sells it on Fiverr. He sells this skill on Fiverr. He has made enough money where he has bought his own bus and has a driver and put his bus on the road to make him money. He's bought a wholesale, which is like a small shop, a corner store, I guess you could call it. He's taught his girlfriend how to work online. Now they're both working online. It works. It really does. So then I'm asked the question, is this model effective in other developing countries? What do you think the answer to this question is? Is this model of teaching people how to freelance online, earn money, globally, spend it locally, is it effective in other developing countries? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, of course. Fred said it should be. Yes, it is. So what we did is we went to Africa. Ken says, I am making money with Fiverr. Yes, Ken, great, yay. um, Michelle says it should be, it is. So we went to Nigeria, we've gone to South Africa. Here's pictures of our training in South Africa as well. We did it with a women's group in South Africa. And just more pictures of our time in South Africa with the women that were at that event. Now, here are two of our star students. No, I always misspell her name. Let me try one more time. Nyakwezi is from Uganda and Bonolo is from Botswana. And both of these ladies are working full-time online on Fiverr, and they really don't even have time to breathe. They've got so much work to do, but they live a great internet marketing lifestyle as well. They do a lot of traveling. They're hiring other women in South Africa to do work for them as well because they've got more than enough to go around. And what a beautiful thing. They're great friends, and they came to our boot camp and they're earning online. So here's the thing. You set up your Fiverr account and you can sell anywhere in the world. It really is a global business. And going back to these girls from Uganda or Botswana, their clients are not from Uganda or Botswana. They're from the UK, the USA, Canada, Thailand, who knows? They're from all over the world, but they've been able to take their skills and sell to people all over the world while working from the comfort of their home, right? All right. So what is in store for us? What are we trying to do with the success that we've had? And I didn't really show you any of the income statements and stuff from our students. You don't really need to see that. I'm guessing you already know. But, you know, our students are making good income online. Their lives are completely changed. They're buying things they never thought possible. They've upgraded their lifestyle. Layton Price, she bought land. She's building a house. Amazing thing. So we're hoping to, in this year, 2017, open more training centers, offer more online support, and we're setting up an online portal for workers as well. And here's really where our head's at. It's a dollar made from a global marketplace helps the person earning it, and it also helps the local businesses and the local community that is receiving the money. With technology and people with a desire to improve their lives, we can and we will make a difference. So yes, come visit us in Jamaica. But before I go, I want to go to Fiverr really quickly, because one of the things I also wanted to show you was that it's not just for people in developing countries, although that was my title for my Walmart presentation, because they had seen what we were doing in Jamaica and in Africa. We talked about that, but let me just go to Fiverr real quick, and I just want to go to a certain section. Hang on, guys, give me a minute. Let's see. There's a certain section in Fiverr where I can show you people. I'll just go to the home page. Hang on one second. All right, so I'm in Fiverr right now. I know Ken says he's already making money on Fiverr. Ken, I know Lorette's even bought from you, so congratulations, you did well in that program. I think even one of our students from South Africa helped you, if I'm right. Nyakwezi was probably one of your coaches, right? So anyway, I'm on Fiverr, and as you're on this site, you can click around to see, you know, what you want to buy. I just clicked in the flyer section, and you can see that people are selling different things at different prices. Now, people, yes, Fiverr used to be the place where you would sell things for just $5, but Fiverr is now 7 years old, and they have definitely changed with the time. For instance, there's a bunch of people selling flyer designs for $5, but there's also people selling it at $25, at $95, $50, $20, $30. Like, you don't have to start off by selling something for $5. We have a few students that their price starts off at, I'm trying to see if I can sort by price, that their price starts off at $300. So, you know, there's no limit to where you can start. All right, look at these people that are charging above $100. So this lady says, I will create a restaurant menu design. That's what she does. and her standard package is $110. You can see 160, 150. So I know a lot of you probably still thought Fiverr, you're not getting on Fiverr because you can only sell something for $5. That is not true anymore. And I'm just in, look at this one, $485. I'm not just in the graphic design. We can go to any of these. Let me go to video and animation because some of you have whiteboard explainer software. Let me just look for things that are $200 and up. So, and I'm just putting my mouse over them because you can see with the stars here that people have left them reviews, they're making money. You know, they're charging 200, 245, 295. Here's $495, right? So, yeah, Fiverr is a marketplace where you don't have to start selling things at $5 anymore. All right, so that is it. That's what I wanted to show you. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight to, you know, developing countries and what Lorette and I know is the solution to really ending unemployment, underemployment in developing countries. And again, it doesn't matter where you live. Take advantage of Fiverr. Let me see if I can go to the Fiverr blog and show you that if you look on here, you'll see the majority of the people are not in developing countries. This is just what we're putting forth to people in developing countries. There was a lady here who just talked about how she makes $9,000 a month on Fiverr. I don't know if I can find her blog post. Here it is, right here. I think this is her. Nope, this is not her either. But $9,000 a month isn't bad. Would you like to make $9,000 a month on the side working on Fiverr? It's not bad. So there's opportunities for everybody. All right, guys. Michelle said it's very inspiring. Thank you, Michelle. Fred says good info and hope. Yes, it is. Now, do you guys have any questions? Any questions for me? No? And Ken, continue your Fiverr business, rock it, and raise your prices. Thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks, Lorette. I know you're muted, but there. And check out Fiverr. Spend some time to check out Fiverr because somebody asked for it. I will definitely do. Oh, Faith was talking about Fiverr. She's scared to start. So what I will do is I will put on the schedule a complete session where I will teach you how to get started on Fiverr. So put that down, Faith. Continue being on these webinars, and we will cover that pretty soon. Ken says he's been raising his prices with custom offers on Fiverr. So awesome, Ken. Congratulations on that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, you know how to find us. Bye.